If you missed the solar eclipse, no worries, because the next U.S. eclipse is just around the corner in 2024. So to celebrate, we start this week's Explore Tulsa at a place where all the fun is.
Then we hit for birdie,
Followed by the coolest cats in town.
plus the best of summer in a cup.
Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer, and we're very happy to see you here with us for this week's Explore Tulsa.
So happy, in fact, that we're ready to go ballistic.
No, Stevie, Go Ballistic is the fun house we're going to meet owners Frank and Angie Pena.
Trish, get me on an inflatable, throw in some VR, and I'm gonna go ballistic.
Pretty much when we were looking back at everything and thinking back now and when we started this whole business, it's an up and down market, the market that I came from. So to have your own, I guess, destiny in your hands is pretty much like the American dream, more or less.
My husband and I went to California. My daughter was a year and a half old at the time. We went to SeaWorld, and they had this toddler area that reminded me of kind of a waterbed with just foam blocks, and these kids loved it. And then they have this foam ball shooting arena with balls everywhere. You know, you put them in these little tunnels and they shoot out and they have these guns, and I thought, that is awesome. So I thought, you know, how easy and brilliant is that? We don't have anything like that in Tulsa.
When we thought about it and she presented the idea to me, I was just like, we have kids, why not? We love being around people, and we can make a nice family environment that's safe for other kids to come and play. Well, pretty much when you first come into the lobby, you know, you're always greeted by someone at the front. And then we have the arcade games behind me. The arcades, you know, they have redemption tickets where if anybody even wins one ticket, they're still gonna win something up at the front. And then we got now the virtual reality area that we opened up for the older kids. We have escape rooms and action games, some puzzle games that are fun, and we have family games where the families could play. And multiplayers, of course, we have to have those.
We wanted some place that had a big toddler room because there isn't really any place in Tulsa that has that. So we just started incorporating things that we wanted for our daughter that wasn't available.
So after you go through our doors, you'll see a little toddler area towards the back, and then we have a little interactive floor. The interactive floor, you just step on whatever you see. It goes through about 14 games every 3 to 4 minutes, so it's always cycling through, so it keeps it fresh for the kids that are playing, and parents love also participating in the games also. And there's chairs in there that are nice and comfy for those parents that just want to hang out. We do have a ball arena that shoots balls back and forth. Big high-powered cannons, 10 of them, that shoot balls back and forth. They don't go all the way across to hurt anybody, so we turn down the blowers a little bit, and then they could run around on the structures and play on those.
So we started doing research on the ball shooters and then the inflatables.
We have the bounce house, we have the 2-lane slide, and then the zip line is what everybody loves.
And we thought, that's perfect. Everybody loves the zip line.
It's a safe, inflatable. Zip line just shoots right back and forth pretty much. The kid falls off or jumps off, runs back around, does it all over and over again. Yes, we do birthdays. Comes with a party host that will take care of all your needs, pretty much. On our private parties, we do allow you to bring over a piñata, so you are able to bring in a piñata. We will crack that sucker open or pull strings, whichever one you guys want to do. And then we do offer Spider-Man and Pikachu in-house. So they'll come out as mascots and they'll come out and hang out with the kids, post their pictures, and kids are having a blast. Of course it's Spider-Man season right now with the new movie out, and Pokemon has not died anytime soon. So when Pikachu comes out, ours talks and interacts with the kids, and kids love it. As most people that come through, and they always say that they feel so friendly here and they feel so at home. You know, we have people fall asleep on our chairs while we watch their kids. You know, it's just relaxed and just let their kids play and have fun, socialize, get those skills that they'll need, you know, throughout life.
Well, they seem to enjoy it. They keep coming back. But it's kind of a personal thing now. We get to know them, they get to know us, and share stories, you know, and it's just nice to get to know new people.
That VR is so real. I was playing the Spider-Man game, standing on a crane way up above the entire city, and my brain was saying, You'd never do this.
Well, to experience it all for yourself, plan a party or family time, visit GoBallisticTulsa.com.
Virtual reality is great fun, but while we still have some summer left, I prefer to actually be on the links.
And that's where we're heading next, to the beautiful fairways of Grand Lake's finest resort, Shangri-La, when we come back with more Explore Tulsa.
Don't exercise too hard. Over-exercising stimulates hormonal changes in the body that promote fat storage.
That's right. Actually, over-exercising can make you fat.
When it comes to exercise, focus on maintaining an active lifestyle. Simply make a plan to move more and sit less.
Establish a regular cardiovascular workout routine, at least 3 to 4 times a week.
Get out for a brisk walk, regular time on the treadmill or even the elliptical.
For a balanced exercise plan, look for our online video-based workout programs.
Get started today by visiting wellnesslifeacademy.com.
Sony and Video Revolution take you there. From space travel to world championships. Tomorrow's technology today. 4K smart TVs and the largest flat screens available. Now more than ever, you have the best seat in the world when history is made. Video Revolution. On the northwest corner, 71st and Lewis.
Hello there, good to see you with us still for more Explore Tulsa. Now Stevie, you play golf. What kind of scores do you usually get?
Most of the time I shoot like 10 under, sometimes 12.
Wow, that's really pretty good. I think last week the PGA's winner only shot like 6 under.
Yeah, they keep score a little different than I do. They count strokes, I count how many balls I lose.
Well, if you're gonna lose balls anywhere, it might as well be on the beautiful course at Shangri-La, where Heather and Steve are about to hit number 18.
Meanwhile, Steve has fallen several strokes behind Heather as they enjoy quality couple time on Shangri-La's Champions course. Looks like Steve needs the help of a real pro if he's going to have any chance of taking this hole.
Hi, you guys the Southwards?
I'm sorry, did I hit your home?
No. Hi, I'm Rob Yanovich. I'm the PGA Director of Golf here at Shangri-La. Nice to meet you guys.
I'm Steve Southward. This is my wife, Heather. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, glad you guys are up.
This is a fabulous course. It's just absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, we've done a lot of work over the last several years to get it to where it is now. So we're really proud of what's come of it.
She is tearing me up out here. Give me a little help on this hole.
Well, I'm not surprised by that, but I can tell you a little bit about this hole. This is our number 9 on our Legends 9. We got 3 9s here at Shangri-La. Champions, Heritage, and Legends. This is the Legends 9. Usually the home hole. This is number 18 a lot of times. It's also the interesting thing about this hole. It's called the Mickey Mantle hole. They used to, for years, Mickey Mantle had a charity golf event, and this was always his favorite hole, and one time he had a double eagle on this hole.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the history behind the hole. The hole's a great hole. When we rebuilt this hole in 2011, we turned it from a hole that just had water in front of the green, and we created an island green to make it a little bit more interesting. And to make it even more interesting, we added a second green up on top of the hill. So there's 2 greens, so you have an option to play either one. So what we do is whoever has honors on this hole, whoever had the best score on the last hole, gets to pick which hole they play.
All right, where's the best place for me to shoot?
Let's play to the island green today. I would suggest that. It's a lot of fun. And really, if you're not going to go for that green in 2, you can basically hit any shot out there and just get it into play safely, hit your next one up to a playable distance that you like to play into the green, and then play from there and try to get the ball on the green and 2 putt for par, or maybe you can hit it close enough to make a birdie.
Okay, let's tee it up. See if I can get one more up on you.
All right, let's go.
This is for all the bragging rights and to see who will be doing the dishes all next week at the home of Southwards. Oh, nice shot, Heather. But Steve is right there on the fairway with you, and he seems pretty happy with that tee shot.
All right. Well, look at this, pretty close together. 2 good shots, very good. So on this approach shot here, you got 2 options. You're probably about 225 yards out. If you feel a little squirrely and want to go for it and try to hit it, it's an island green out there, so there's a lot of water. So what I would recommend is one thing that I always try to advise golfers to do is to know their distances. Know where you're really good from. So if you do have to lay the ball up, you don't just kind of lay it up there willy-nilly. You have a decision to make right now to get yourself a best position to get it close to the hole of your next shot. Now he hit a pretty good shot down there. He put it right to about 100 yards. You want to get it just a little bit beyond him. And the one thing I would recommend when you're just trying to hit a controlled shot is to really focus on your balance.
Okay.
trying to play golf from the ground up, from your feet up, rather than people swing a lot of times with their arms, they get really out of balance. If you have a nice solid base and swing from the ground up, your feet are nice and steady, and you hit a lot better shots. You guys both hit really great shots. Now we're prepared. Now you set yourself up to finish the hole properly. All right. There's a lot of danger out there. Okay. So if you go, yeah, right. There's a lot of water. There's a bunker. There's a rock wall. So my advice on this hole always is hit to the center of the green, the fat part of the green, right towards the big tree that's in back of it. So I always tell people, don't worry about where the flag is. Get the ball on the green safely, and you'll have a good opportunity to make a birdie or a par. Oh, good shot. Good shot. You're gonna like how that ended up.
All right, here we are. Pretty close. Take me in.
This is for all the money, you know.
I think so.
She's a little closer than you. This putt here, what we're trying to do is just gonna try to hit it right on the left edge of the hole. It's a pretty flat putt. There's not much up or down on it. Just try to roll it right on the left edge of that hole with good speed, about a foot speed past the hole, and I think you're gonna make it.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so Steve missed his birdie putt, but he's got to tap in for par. So if you want to beat him, you got to make this putt.
I want to.
Yes. So this putt looks like it's just inside the left edge of the hole, meaning you want to putt that ball just inside the left edge of that hole on that line, and it'll probably fall just a little to the right. So let's see what you got here.
It.
Oh, nice. Steve, sorry. That was a great putt, though. You got to say. That was great.
Thank you.
Good job. Well, thanks so much for coming out and playing. You guys gonna play anymore?
Well, promised the kids we'd take them out on the lake. So.
Oh, that's great. That's great on a hot day like this. That's gonna be real refreshing.
Oh man, the Southwards are having so much fun, and that Rob Yanovich is a pretty good teacher too.
To get yourself on the greens at the Champions course, visit ShangriLaOK.com to make reservations now.
You can also learn more about all the fun at Grand by watching RSU TV's Living Grand on Grand Lake each Thursday night at 8 p.m.
Next up, we'll introduce you to the perfect place to find a new friend, as Street Cats of Tulsa is coming up with more Explore Tulsa.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Why are we in spacesuits?
We are traveling to the future, where TVs have a contrast range between 400 nits of brighter whites and blacks as deep as 0.4 nits and 10-bit color. It gives us over 1 billion individual colors on the screen.
Video Revolution already has tomorrow's TVs today with the best in Sony high dynamic range TVs.
TVs with contrast and color offering more natural, true-to-life colors?
Oh yes, Video Revolution now and in the future on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hello. If you are a fan of cat videos, then you'll be so glad you stuck around for more Explore Tulsa.
Well, everyone does love cat videos, but most people love cats even more in person.
So if you're looking to find a star for your next video,
or just a furry friend to love, then you need to meet Kathy Ballsticker and her adoptable friends at Street Cats Inc.
Nothing's better than to see a cat, yes, you, Beamer, this is Beamer, nothing's better than to see a cat happy in a new home. It's wonderful. The first cat I've ever had was, I was real young, and there was a cat that came around the neighborhood. We had a dog, and there weren't cats around the neighborhood when I was young, running around and everything, and we took it in, but it wasn't allowed upstairs. It had to stay in the basement garage, and didn't have it very long. We were a dog family. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, and I grew up in Kansas City, and there was a rescue agency when I was a young adult, and I joined them, and that's when I started really loving cats at that time. Street Cats, actually I'm one of the founding members of Street Cats. I volunteered for another rescue organization, and there's so many needs for different organizations. There's always a need for a new organization. And we decided, me and another lady and her daughter decided to start Street Cats. And that was 20 years ago in 1997. They can be the same as dog people, but they're looking for pretty much an independent animal, because that's what they know that cats are. And there are laid back cats that don't want to be lap cats. A lot of people want a lap cat. Everyone looks for a different kind of cat. And we have all kinds. They're in a way like dogs, that there's just a wide variety of types. And cats do get along with dogs in a lot of cases, and where a lot of people say, with the old mindset, I'm either a dog person or a cat person, but we know a lot of people that want both, and it works out real well. But most of the people that we get adopting are looking for a cat that's very energetic, that will interact with you, be a lap cat, be more like a dog, I would say. That's what people look for. But we have some shy cats that hide all the time, and we get those adopted too. People are real sympathetic towards them, and they'll take them home, and they'll be wonderful pets also. And we do have a website, and a lot of people see our cats over the website, but the process to start the adoption is to come in here and meet the cats. We want everyone in the household to meet the cat that's going to be adopted. But we want you to spend time with the cats. We want you to pick the one that works in your household. And we do a real intensive interview with you after you fill out your application and ask you questions. And some people say, that's like adopting a child. Well, yes, basically it is. If you read the newspaper or watch the news or any shows and the YouTube things and all kinds of things, you just see the need that there's just a need to really help out these animals. In no fault of their own are they homeless or need to be rehomed. And we don't take in feral cats. They have to be adoptable. So all our cats come from a home. They were either found by someone and they were from a previous owner that either moved or for whatever happened to their previous home, or someone that has to relocate. And there's lots of different reasons why people give up their pets, and those are the cats we take in to get adopted. It's a wonderful feeling. There's nothing better than finding a good home for an animal, because you know that they finally found their forever home.
Kathy and her team are so great with all those cats. Our cat likes watching football with me.
What, really?
Yeah, he thinks all those guys are just playing with a big ball of yarn. Roll it over to me.
If you're thinking about adding a furry friend to your family, visit streetcatstulsa.org to learn how to adopt, or just donate money towards their spade and neuter program.
I'd get another cat if it could learn how to make me a snow cone. Now that'd be a great YouTube video.
A cat would probably tell you to buy a Kona truck and make it yourself.
Hey, that's a great idea. Let's ask Ron and Connie next when we come back with Kona Ice with more Explore Tulsa.
We do podiatry, we do dental oral appliances, we do women's health, we see children, pediatrics, and overall family care.
I'm a primary care provider for Sooner Care. We're also taking commercial insurances now as well. Any given day, I might do a well child on a 4-day-old baby, and then see a 72-year-old who's here because they need to follow up on their sleep study.
Patients seem to like the idea where they can just come here and they don't have to worry about going to all these different specialists, whether they need a sleep study or a CPAP machine or diabetic shoes or an oral appliance. We help bring all that to the table for them.
And especially with oral appliances, custom fit by a specially trained dentist, and we have Dr. Bennett, who's the best in the business.
It has been my dream to be able to work with all the specialties together. There are not many places in the United States that have all parts of this together. To me, it's amazing, and that's truly how sleep and patient care should be.
Like, parents have a thing, when it gets too quiet in the home, we're worried, you know what I mean? I don't like silence in the home because it just feels dead.
Silence, that just doesn't feel like a creative place to me.
Turning on music in your house is almost like turning on the lights in your house.
Music makes mundane stuff better. And it's never too late to discover new things.
You just never know what song's gonna come on next.
Silence is probably the enemy of a happy home.
Come hear for yourself at Video Revolution.
Hey, thanks for staying with us for more Explore Tulsa.
Oh, the saddest part about summer coming to an end soon is saying goodbye to snow cones.
Well, unless you're Ron Buckner or Connie Sipes, they control the fun 24/7, 365 days a year by owning their own Kona Ice trucks.
Been selling real estate for 27 years and was ready for a change. I have a brother that's good friends with the people that started the company, and just a casual conversation led to checking into it, and 30 days later I had my first truck. I got my first truck in August of 2012 and realized by the middle of the next season I was turning down opportunities to have events. Added the second, eventually added the third, and keep them busy all the time, keep them on the streets.
Well, Connie and I have been working together for 4, 5, 6 years, and she was kind of looking for something a little different to do, and kind of stepped in the right spot at the right time, and we've been in contact for the last 3, 4, 5 years, and the more I heard about it, the more intriguing it was. And you know, when she was talking about buying her 4th truck, I said, gosh, Connie, now you're creating a job. And so what you do taught me into doing
it. Crazy. You can't not drive up in this truck and get their attention. We have a superior product, and then we're just based on good ethics.
You know, everybody that comes up to the truck's got a big old grin on their face. I mean, you can see a kid from a block away, and they may not know what it is, but they see the lights, they see the cartoons, they know it's got to be made for them. And by the time they get to the wagon, they're jumping up and down, and you can't get a cup in their hand quick enough. The product uses our primary ingredient, one of our many ingredients, the Vita Blend, has 40% less sugar into the syrup itself, which just makes it a much better product. Okay, we actually use, we replace 2.5 pounds, we use 2.5 pounds of stevia to replace 100 pounds worth of sugar. So, I mean, it's huge. It's just a much better product, quality. Costs a little more, but it's, again, you get what you pay for. Gosh, everything's, they've thought of everything. This is the most current truck, and so it's 9th generation. And every time every year they redo them, they modify, improve, change. I can't imagine what else they could do on these things. I mean, it even has a hose here built in where I can hose these things down in between events, or when I get a little pause in the action, because kids do tend to get a little messy. Got solar panels on the top to help power these, all the LED lighting on it. At night, it's like a circus. And you know, you got the music going. It's got 4 marine grade Bose speakers on it, so when we roll up, it's a party.
Probably first of all, our mobility of being out. We're self-contained. We can do any type of events, be anywhere, pretty much any time. And then the fact that the company was built on being part of your community and the give back aspect. And I think that's real important to me.
You bet. I mean, there's no school system in Oklahoma that couldn't use some extra funds. And every time I hear about teachers having to shell out of their own pocket for classroom supplies, it's like just not right. So I'm anxious to get more involved into the school systems and see how much of that I can help alleviate. I actually went up to the company 2 different times before I totally committed on it, just to see if it was what I heard it was and what I felt it was. And sure enough, it's a great, solid, family-built business, and just good people. You know, all about giving back to the community and taking care of others and just feel good.
If I owned a Kona Ice truck, I'd be like, 1 for you, 2 for me.
Well, lucky for us, Ron and Connie like to share. So look for Kona Ice of Green Country on Facebook to have them come to your next big events.
I ate so many of those snow cones, I had a brain freeze for days.
Well, that's not really possible, but a remedy for a brain freeze is to place your tongue on the roof of your mouth or have a drink that's warmer than the cold treat you just had.
Wait a minute, I think another one's coming on.
Stick around, there's more Explore Tulsa just ahead.
Take charge of your health. We are what we put into our bodies.
We approach medicine from a unique standpoint. Rather than treating only the symptoms of an illness, we work to find the root cause and promote wellness of the entire body.
Our clinic offers complete assessment and treatment programs, including hormone replacement therapy, osteopathic manipulative therapy, and genetic DNA testing. It all starts with a medical evaluation.
Contact us today to begin your path to wellness.
Look at us. We woke up one morning with every song that ever mattered to anyone. So now what? Music's meant to be heard, out loud, where your life happens, where you dance, where you love, and where you live. When everyone has every song ever written, what matters most is how you listen.
Come hear for yourself at Video Revolution.
Be sure and join us next week when we learn Kendo at the Tulsa Kendo Dojo.
Special thanks to Frank and Angie Pena for making family fun time at Go Ballistic.
Well, thanks too to Rob Yanovich and Steve and Heather Southward for showing us the beautiful golf courses available at Shangri-La Resorts. And special thanks to Kathy Balsiger and all the volunteers at Street Cats for finding great homes for those kitties.
Plus thanks to Ron Buckner and Connie Sipes for bringing the cool to Green Country with Kona Ice.
Remember, if you miss any of the show, you can always catch us at exploretulsa.com.
As always, each week we feature the people, places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
And hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook and share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about.
Plus, remember, Explore Tulsa is brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Stop by, say hello to Ron and all the guys for all your home entertainment needs.
And Explore Tulsa is also proudly brought to you by Dr. Robert Zollner and Associates.
Home of Tulsa's best eye care value with 2 locations, 3030 South Harvard and 69th and Memorial.
And we welcome our newest sponsors, Doctors Mark and Michelle Sherwood at 61st and Sheridan.
Remember, your journey to whole body healing and wellness begins with the Functional Medical Institute.
Well, that's all the time we have for you on this week's show, but we'll see you next week right here on Explore Tulsa.